Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to our end of the summer intimate gathering. We also welcome those listening from home as unofficially summer comes to an end. We're delighted that Peter Hayes is joining with the Cantor this evening in our music. We're also fast approaching the High Holy Days. We're in the month of Elul, now about 3 weeks away. And so our tradition encourages us to slowly but surely revisit the best of us and the worst of us over the past year so we can enter the new year just a few weeks away with a clean slate. So some of our music will reflect that. Matter of fact, beginning, middle, and end will be music appropriate for this time of the year as we prepare spiritually for the new year and for returning to God and returning to the highest source of self that we can be. Return Again by Shlomo Carlebach will open our service.
Return, return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Sing with me. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul.
For the lighting of the Shabbat candles, page 3 in our prayer book. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Together, O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our
worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav ציוונו להדליק נר של
Our welcome of Shabbat continues with the classic prayer Lecha Dodi on page 20 and 21.
וזכור בדיבורך, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, שם הוא תפארת ותהילה, היי 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 לך דודי, היי 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 לקראת כלה, היי 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 פני שבת לקבלה, לקראת שבת לכונך, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבתי לה, היי 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 לך דודי, let's do some clapping. Ay, 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 Penei Shabbat. Clapping, anyone? Ay, 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 Lekabela. Toreri, toreri, ki kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daveri. Kevod Adonai, Alayich niglaho. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likat kala. Ay, 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 Penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekavela.
As is customary, we rise and face the entrance to the synagogue to dramatize our welcome of the Sabbath.
אוי ושלום עצרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, צוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה,
Have we sung that tune before?
Well, possibly with Joe, because it was in his book.
Ah,
So, but I've never done it here before.
very lively, very nice. Thank you. We remain standing For our call to worship, the Baruch Hu, page 28. Please be seated. We read responsively on page 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives.
What could be a truer token of your abiding love?
Then this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. We join together in the Shema on page 34.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזיזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
This evening we'll sing the next prayer, Mi Chamocha, our ancient song of freedom, on page 40, to the melody from Josh Nelson. The Cantor probably knows this, but there's actually two well-regarded musicians with the exact same name. Josh Nelson, there's one who's actually an African-American Jewish musician, I think from Newark, New Jersey, who does Judaic gospel style music. And then there's another Josh Nelson who does very contemporary music. And for a time, they were both popular singing at the Reform Biennial, the Reform Convention, but you never knew when they said featuring Josh Nelson, who are you going to get? I mean, you couldn't lose either way, but to this day, there is some identity confusion. This is the second Josh Nelson.
Yes, and so if you want to look up his website, he calls it the Josh Nelson Project.
The Josh Nelson Project.
Yes.
But the other Josh Nelson has a very similar title to his work, too.
That's
Yes.
great.
Just a tidbit. Enjoy the song.
The other Josh Nelson, which one is the first one?
Right.
It sounds like maybe we should do that in a service, right? I don't know, like
Feature both.
feature, like a mystery, you know.
Okay.
Guess, which one's coming. I don't know.
Page 40.
Shall we?
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, זה לי ענו ואמרו. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, זה לי ענו ואמרו. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Let me hear you. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. נאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Page 42, the Hashkivenu prayer. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamitzeinu shomreinu l'chayim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamitzeinu shomreinu l'chayim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Ha'amitzeinu shomreinu l'chayim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamitzeinu shomreinu l'chayim. L'chayim. L'chayim.
Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. On page 44, there's a prayer called the Shamru. I'm not sure we have sung our popular melody in a few weeks now. So not that anybody's counting.
No, actually,
Maybe tonight.
no, I just want to say that you weren't here for, there was once that we did it, but yes, so
This
this
is
is
true.
a redo.
Page 44, Visham.
Sing along. Veshamru לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפל, שבת וינפל, שבת וינפל. תשמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. תשמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We are ready for the Amidah prayer now that connects our faith to the faith of our ancestors. Page 46. Please rise. Please be seated. On page 55, may these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Song of Peace that concludes this section, Shalom Rav, page 60.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Hasid Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Hasid Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasid Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasid Leolam. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
Now, at the end of the Amidah, our thoughts turn to those of our loved ones and all others in need of healing, be this a healing of body or healing of soul. Every week we think and mention first the hostages and their families, those who have suffered loss in the war and all of their extended families. In our own congregational family, we especially mention this week Lee Shalush and Ron Waxman. And as I come around, if you would like to name someone for the healing prayer, please do so.
Patricia.
May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheperoch imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Our sages teach that if during this season we can turn just a little bit from the bad to the good, that can help tip the scales on a much larger level. And so as we reflect during this holy month of Elul, what's one way we could turn at the approaching High Holy Day season and help tip the scales? After a moment of silent reflection in this regard, we'll sing the song, Turning of the World. It's an American folk song. Cantor Joe brought it to us. It was a favorite of his, and Peter chose it tonight for the song after the silent prayer. Very appropriate for this time of turning. So let's pause, and then we'll sing together Turning of the World. I believe there's a few copies of the song sheet out there, so if you want to join in the words, you're welcome to do so.
I encourage all of you to sing along. I see one sheet over here in the front. We don't have anything yet.
Let's sing this song for the turning of the world. We may turn as one. With every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our turning. Every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. Every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our turning. Let us sing this song for the burning of the world. We may learn as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our learning. Let us sing this song for the loving of the world. We may love as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our loving. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our loving, and our lives will feel the echo of our learning, and our lives will feel the echo of our turning. Lives will feel the echo of our turning.
Maya came up and told me that during the healing prayer, she was thinking about the fact that she has a friend who has a grandfather who's dying. And she wanted us to add our prayers. Maya, do you know the name of the grandfather or at least your friend that you can say out loud?
His name is Steve Rosenberg.
Okay, yes. And what's the name of your friend?
Sabrina Rosenberg.
Thank you. Well, we're adding our prayers as well, as we did for the healing prayers, and hoping that everybody has faith from family and strength from their beliefs to help get through a difficult period of time.
Amen.
This is Labor Day weekend, and it also happens to correspond to the great portion in Deuteronomy, Shoftim, with that clarion call for justice, tzedek, tzedek tirdof, justice, justice shall you pursue. So in honor of the civil holiday and the stream of justice that emerges from the Torah portion, I'd like to just briefly share with you the story of an American hero whose name has largely disappeared from history. But there's a new biography about him. I haven't read the biography, but I read an extensive interview with the author, and it was just very moving to me. I thought it'd be appropriate on this Shabbat with proximity to the holiday and the Torah portion. The name is Charles Sumner. By a show of hands, who has heard, who knows something about his story? 1, 2, maybe 3. You looked him up. That doesn't count. Charles Sumner, the sum of which many people know just this unfortunate incident, he was the United States Senator from Massachusetts who was severely caned and beaten by a fellow senator on the floor of the Senate prior to the Civil War and almost died of his injuries. But he survived, and before and after, it's a remarkable story. That happened in 1856. A young lawyer and writer today named Zakir Tariz just released a new biography of Charles Sumner called Charles Sumner, Conscience of a Nation. The title intrigued me. I saw the interview and I read further. The young author was moved to write this new biography beginning with the trauma of Charlottesville in 2017. Not only was he shaken up by the marchers and their white nationalism, but also the fact that these same people gathered round Thomas Jefferson, the statue of Thomas Jefferson in Charlottesville, and claimed Jefferson as their own. This got him to thinking that he wanted to read more deeply into the struggle for civil rights and against slavery in this country, and he happened to be reading Thurgood Marshall's famous brief of Brown versus Board of Education, and he noticed and then counted that Thurgood Marshall cited Charles Sumner 40 times in his brief. And he said, I have to learn more about this man. So he learned that Sumner was a Bostonian, that he was from a prominent family, but he was an illegitimate child. And as a result, he grew up in the poor section of Boston with African Americans. This is in the early part of the 19th century. He, as a young lawyer, led the fight in Boston for school desegregation. This is prior to the Civil War now in the North, and was very effective arguing that the spirit of the Declaration of Independence and the Massachusetts Constitution argued for desegregation. And then from there, it was a short step to become involved in the abolition movement. Now, I did not realize that there were radical abolitionists in this country, like Garrison, most famously, and Phillips, who said, our Constitution is so flawed regarding the fact that it never addresses slavery that we actually have to get rid of it and write a new one from scratch. Did you know that at some rallies, the radical abolitionists burned the United States Constitution? Did you know that? Well, Sumner led a counter group that said the United States Constitution is deeply flawed, but it still is the founding document, and taken with the spirit of the Declaration of Independence, even though it was largely written by slaveholders like Jefferson, that we need to stick together and preserve the Constitution, but reinvigorate its spirit. Charles Sumner then had a fateful meeting with John Quincy Adams, former President of the United States and grandson of the original John Adams. And after that meeting, he was convinced, because Adams held the same view, that the Constitution of the United States should be amended rather than discarded. So he started to work in that regard, and he became a leader in something called the Free Soil Campaign that prevented slavery, tried to prevent slavery from spreading to the new territories. Because of his prominence in that campaign and his eloquence, he was tall, he was a great orator in an era of oratory. He was elected to the United States Senate. And there he spoke incessantly about the intention of our founders to create a more perfect union. And he and others began to organize and form a new party. That new party was the Republican Party. The Havdil, we say, to distance ourselves from the current Republican Party, because it was the progressive party against slavery and for abolition. The Democrats at that time were essentially a pro-slavery party. So you have to kind of flip this in your mind. He rose in the Senate to call out the opponents primarily from the South, and then came the infamous Dred Scott decision of the Supreme Court, which disallowed citizenship for African Americans, claiming it was not in the Constitution, and started to accelerate the march towards civil war in this country. Charles Sumner was crucial behind the scenes in supporting a candidate named Abraham Lincoln. And then when Abraham Lincoln was elected president and the war began, talking with Lincoln about issuing an Emancipation Proclamation to free the slaves. Did you know that Charles Sumner was one of the people in the room holding the hand of Lincoln as he died after his assassination? Charles Sumner was not finished with his great work of justice. After the Civil War, he was a leading voice in Reconstructionism of the South, claiming that we had to elect black leaders, we had to right the wrongs of the past by building a new South, and fought against all those wanting to hold back. Reconstructionism flourished for a time before it began to dissolve under the pressure of the post-Confederate South. Charles Sumner's last work was in writing amendments, drafts of the amendments to the Constitution to grant citizenship to African Americans and toward the Civil Rights Act of 1875. He died just before that act, late in 1874. What a life, what a man. Holding to a path that would change the country while attempting to preserve the country. The spirit of his work was what Lincoln came to embrace as well. The movement toward a more perfect union. We call that work in our tradition tikkun olam. But Charles Sumner, despite debilitating injuries that took him years to heal from, continued that work. He also embodied the Torah portions called this week to pursue justice for those who do not have justice for themselves. I became so intrigued by the differing views of the Constitution and understanding that we are on the precipice, if not already in a constitutional crisis in this country right now, that next week I plan on speaking more about the subject of the Constitution and the crisis that we face. But on this Labor Day weekend, as Americans and as American Jews, we celebrate this hero of American history, Charles Sumner. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat.
Maya, would you like to help me open the ark for the Aleinu prayer? Well, it's on the bottom of page 282. This is one of the things you need to learn for your bat mitzvah. As we open the ark, please rise. Come on up.
Aleinu לשבח הרצון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו
On this Shabbat, we now call to mind, in love and reverence, those recently taken from our midst during the Shoshim, the past 30 days, and the Schwartz, my cousin. And on this Shabbat, in love and reverence, the Yortzeit, the anniversary of the passing of Robert Katz, father of Marilyn Katz. For all those close to our hearts, and for all those for whom there may be no one to say Kaddish, we join in the Kaddish prayer on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbi, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach leolam olamei almai. Yiparak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei tekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birkata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata Ta'amiran ve'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamai v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimroma hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. We're a little bit short-handed on this Labor Day weekend. Our president is out of town. Our vice president is out of town. Our past president, Michael Fishbein, is in town and is doing double duty as the live streamer of the service, and he's giving the greeting and announcements tonight.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
And the words past president are the most beautiful words that have ever been uttered. Thank you, Rabbi, for reminding us about Charles Sumner and the command to pursue justice. And hopefully we'll get some senators like Charles Sumner in the future who will have courage of their convictions. Thank you, Cantor Suzy, beautiful service, and especially thank you, Peter Hayes, for coming here. Your marvelous playing along with Cantor Suzy is truly appreciated. We thank you. We look forward every time you play here at Emuno. Thank you. Our temple marshal, Jacobowitz, is away, as the rabbi said, and I'm filling in for him. And I want to say that Marshall has been doing an extraordinary job leading our congregation and our board of trustees. As well, our vice president, Peter Buxbaum, is away. We are on the cusp of our busy season with the new year only a few weeks away. The first thing up really is the religious school. It begins next Sunday with a regular session and an open house for prospective students and their families. I've seen Annette at the school, and she and our amazing teachers are hard at work to make this year, as all years, special for our students. Torah study begins a week from this Saturday, and the focus will be on the history of the State of Israel since its establishment in 1948 up to the present. It scares me a little bit to know that I'm older than Israel, the State of Israel. Of course, there's no shortage of important topics to discuss, as Israel has had a tumultuous and extraordinary history, and our rabbi is part of that history. He's a citizen not only of the United States, but of the State of Israel, and a former IDF soldier. So, on Monday, September 8th, the Emuno Book Club will meet to discuss A Tale of Love and Darkness, which is a memoir written by famed Israeli author Amos Oz. Is that how you pronounce it? Oz. Amos Oz. Tonight's oneg is sponsored by Alec Melman. Thank you, Alec. Everybody's welcome to come to the oneg downstairs following the service.
Thank you. We'll close our service in the approaching holiday spirit. One of the psalms that we sing during this period in Elul is the 27th Psalm, and in the song section of the book, page 358, you find on the top, Achal Sha'alti, one thing I ask of Adonai, only that do I seek to live in the house of Adonai all the days of my life. Achal Sha'alti.
אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני, אותה אבקש. אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני, אותה אבקש. שבתי בבית אדוני כל ימי חיי, לחזות בנועם, בנועם אדוני, ובקר בהיכלו. לחזות בנועם, בנועם אדוני, ובקר בהיכלו. אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני, אותה אבקש. אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני, אותה אבקש. שבתי בבית אדוני כל ימי חיי, לחזות בנועם, בנועם אדוני, בקר בהיכלו. לחזות בנועם, בנועם אדוני, בקר בהיכלו.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.